We're going to do an instruction video here on how to install a Microlite Bullpup kit onto this TalonP from Airforce air gun. I've already got the TalonP disassembled. We'll still go through the proper sequence on taking everything apart though, and then we'll move on to installing the kit. In fact, first of all, let's go over the parts of the kit. Parts of the kit are going to be the rear cocking action here, and the speed drill thumbhole stock, and with the pellet dispenser, got a little tank sleeve here to slip over the tank, and this is the mounting sleeve for the barrel, and also comes with a baffle insert. And this is a little piece of PVC pipe here that we're going to use to help position the barrel further back in a bullpup position. Alright, proper sequence on removing everything from the TalonP to prep it to put the kit in is going to be, first we're going to remove the tank, the spin lock collar of course, and then there's a little power wheel screw here that you'll see that you need to take that out, the next step. And then after that we're going to move on to the end cap, remove the foregrip, and the screws. There's 4 of these screws. I've only retained 2 of them. We'll only need 2 to install the kit, but that's the set screws that hold in the barrel bushings here. So we'll remove that, and the barrel assembly is going to slide right out for us, and the gun should be disassembled and ready to install the kit at that point. So one thing we do have left to do is remove these barrel bushings from the barrel. So let me go ahead and take those off. You just need a couple of Allen wrenches, 1/16, 7/64 to take everything apart and reinstall everything here. So, okay, just going to put these stock barrel bushings to the side. Okay, now this is the barrel mounting sleeve. All right, you'll notice this has the fronted bushing has been vented to help with sound suppression. And this basically helps reposition the barrel back inside in a bullpup position that is going to provide stability for the barrel, and it's a nice solid mount just like from the factory when you install it properly. Now I want to take notice here of the first dimple here for the set screw from the original stock bushings. Now we're going to line that up with the new set screw in this mount here. Alright, so we're just going to slide that in so we see the dimple come into view, and then we're going to take the set screw that comes with the kit, okay, I'm going to snug that down. Now this has all been pre-cut, pre-measured, where it's going to give you just the right position for the barrel in the new bullpup configuration. Okay, now barrel assembly. Now we've got it to this point, so the next thing that we're going to do is slide on all the components that go inside the frame. First, we're going to slide on the power wheel, and we've got this extra little white bushing that slides on first, and then power wheel. Next is going to be the spring for the hammer spring, followed by the hammer itself. Okay, now some of you might want to put on before the hammer the extra hammer weight in here as well, but you can set it up just with a hammer. Alright, now this is ready to slide inside the frame. Alright, so I want to kind of take note as far as where the bushing holes is going to line up with the frame here. We're going to be mounting through this rear bushing. So flip that over, slide it in. I'm going to take this little piece of PVC here and help us push it back. You can see that barrel is coming back in the bullpup position. It'll give you some room in this frame for either a longer barrel if you want a different barrel, or some baffles. In this case, we're going to use our baffle insert that comes with the kit. Alright, we'll put the set screws in next. One of these is a little bit shorter than the other one. If you're familiar with the gun, you know that. That's going to go in the side lateral hole, and then the longer one goes in the bottom. Okay. Now, whenever I put these set screws in initially, I don't really snug them down all the way tight just yet. We're going to tighten them up, the final tightness, a little bit later in a later step. I'll show you how to really seat that barrel correctly, where it's going to be a nice solid mount, give you a really accurate conversion here. In my opinion, even more accurate than what the stock configuration does for you. And you'll be able to shoulder that gun a lot better. Really nice little short carbine when you're done. Alright, now got those in. Alright, now we can put on the foregrip back on. Slide that on. Okay. Now this little baffle insert here, it's already been pre-measured, give you a little blast chamber and a couple of petitions and quieten the gun down. Slip that in. Next, followed by the end cap, and the set screw's still in there a little bit, so all we have to do is just snug that down. Alright, so the lower part of the gun is already assembled here now. So the barrel's back in the bullpup position, so now we're going to turn our attention to the upper assembly, which is going to be the TalonP tank, and we're going to slide this tank sleeve over, slide it up there, and then we're going to put on the thumbhole stock. Now I've already got this this thumbhole stock with the short block and the butt plate pretty much assembled. You can put that band on first and then slip the bracket over and do it in that step. I'm kind of being lazy here, and I'm just gonna put it on there like that. All right. Now, next, I'm going to take this off because I was supposed to time this on here before that. So let's slip this back off here. Alright, now what I should have done the next step was time the tank to the new action. Now this is a rear cocking action here, that little side cocking action too, a little nicer than the stock configuration in my opinion at least. And we're just going to slip the collar, spin lock collar, back inside here. Comes in. You see the threads there. I'm going to thread the tank right on, like so. Alright, spin that up there. Now it's your choice as to where you have. Some people prefer the gauge being out, some the fill nipple. So I kind of like the gauge being out where the breech window is. So I'm gonna time that to where. Okay. All right. Now, next we're going to put on the rear stock here. All right. Kind of notice where this is where the frame keys on to the new action. Notice this groove here, and kind of make that parallel with the thumb hole stock here as we tap that on. Alright. Now the upper here has been pre-assembled. Okay, we're going to tighten everything down a little bit later on, nice and snug, but for now we're going to leave it a little loose. In fact, we're going to loosen up this little J bracket here. even further to where we're going to slip that inside the front boss on the foregrip, or the rear grip, hand grip rather. Alright. Now, next, pick up the gun, just kind of slide this on here, and at the same time put this in position, this little J bracket, so it'll slide forward. Alright, now you flip the gun over, you'll be able to see that the rear action is lining up with the mounting hole here where the collar screw mount was originally. Now the kit comes with a little 10/32 button head that's going to go in there and screw in, mount that rear action to the gun, just tighten it down, then come here. At this point we're going to take this rear thumbhole stock, make sure that's in position. We're going to lock this J bracket in here, start to tighten it down. Whenever you feel it getting kind of snug there, just back off and take, I like to put a little back pressure here on the tank like that, and then tighten this down all the way. Alright, now I've already got this rear action. This already has the cock and knob cover on it. Now the kits aren't going to come with that, so you'd want to take the cock and knob cover off of the stock breech slide, and just slide that, you know, over top of it. Alright, now at this point it's pretty much been assembled. You want to test the cocking action, you know, make sure it's already been cocked here. So alright, so it's cocking fine. Now we're going to turn our attention back to the barrel mount now. If you remember, we didn't tighten those down all the way, and I got a little ahead of myself here. Let's take this back off. Now I like to cock the gun in order to set the barrel mount, a good solid mount. I like to cock the gun, put a little bit of forward pressure, you know, on there, on the barrel inside the frame. And when it comes to these set screws, always tighten this bottom one first. Get you a good, nice, snug tighten down on this front bottom. Okay, and then tighten the one on the side. Alright. Now, it's a nice solid mount. It'll make for a very accurate shooting gun. Forward grip back on. Okay. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. The only thing we need to do now is to put this back into the power wheel. This is a little guide screw for the power wheel. Still have, you know, full use of the power wheel. And that pretty much completes your bullpup conversion.